Yeah, good evening, friends. So, myself, Dr. Seshadri. I have total 18 years of teaching experience. I am AWS certified trainer at associate level. I am providing the training is 40 days of the training I am providing. Once you register the course, then you got everyday class recording videos, class material. At the end of the training, you got AWS interview questions and answers. And when you attempt the global certification exam, for that, I am providing AWS dumps I am providing. This will be useful for the previously asked questions in the foundation level and also at associate level. Around 800 pages I am providing. And at the end of the training, each and every topic screenshot explanation I am providing. So this is last demo session. Up to this is the day 4 demo session. Up to in the last session, we discussed the concepts is one is how to launch and connect the Linux server, how to launch and connect Windows server, how to launch and connect Windows server. And also in the previous session, I explained how to transfer files, that is transfer files from local system to launched Linux server, launched Linux server. And also in the last session, I explained how to transfer files from your laptop or desktop to launched Windows server also in the last session I explained. The last session I explained. Now, today's session, I explain one more concept is that is Linux commands I have to explain. Linux basic commands. Basic commands I have to explain. See, to explain the basic Linux commands, see what is the Linux? Linux, it is a open source operating system. Open source operating system. Sir, what are the examples of Linux operating system in AWS? In AWS, the examples of the Linux operating system, sir, one is Amazon Linux, second is the Ubuntu, and CentOS, Red Hat Linux, Those are the examples where the Linux operating system, the examples. Those are the examples of the servers. Fine. So up in the last session, I launch and connect the Amazon Linux using Putty software. Now today's session I had to explain. I launch and connect the Ubuntu server and I explain the basic Linux commands. For that quickly, I had to open my AWS account. I open my AWS account. Click on Management Console. Sign into the console. Enter your mail ID and the password. Whatever the mail ID you are given at the time of AWS creation, that mail ID we have to give it and enter your password. Click on Sign in. This is my AWS account. This is my AWS account. Those are recently visited services in my AWS account. Those are recently visited services in my AWS account. This is the Mumbai region. This is my AWS account. This is my AWS account. Now today's session, I explain the Linux basics. For that, I launch and connect the Ubuntu server. See, in the recently visited services, the EC2 service is there. You have to click on the EC2 service, or at the search box, you have to type it EC2. You have to select the EC2, Elastic Cloud Computing. See friends, how many instances are running? 0. How many instances are there? 0. How many key pages are there? 0. How many security groups are there? One security group is there. That's the default security group. Fine. How many volumes are there? 0. Fine. Now today's session, I launch and connect the Ubuntu server. For that, here on left side, under the instances option is there. Now how many instances are launched? No instances are there. Now we have to launch the instance. You know well how to launch the instances. You have to give the instance name I'm given the instant name is, you may give any name. I'm given Ubuntu, I am given Ubuntu, I am given. Copy this instant name and then paste it here in the notepad. Fine. Next, we have to scroll down. The next step is operating system image. Operating system image is nothing but Amazon machine image. See, you will launch the Linux server. So that the operating system image, you may select Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat Linux, or the SUSE Linux. In this session, I launched the Ubuntu server. That's why I am selecting the Ubuntu I am selecting. Fine. Next, you have to scroll down. Here you need to choose Amazon machine image. For that, we have to click on this arrow mark. Some of them are mentioned free tier eligible one. Some of them are mentioned free tier eligible one. Some of them are not mentioned free tier eligible one. It is not mentioned anything. Not mention anything is nothing but they are the paid version. Now, you are for practicing purpose, we have to select the free tier. I am selecting the free tier. Fine. Fine. Now, you have to scroll down. It is showing the AMI ID for my instance. Fine. And then the next step is you need to select the instant type. See friends, in the Mumbai region, there are 538 instant types are there. As per your business needs, we have to select the instant type. If you are selecting the instant type is A1.4 extra large, how many CPUs it is providing? 16 CPUs. How much memory it is providing? 32 GB. So up to the network performance, it is providing 10 gigabyte. See, you are for practicing purpose, you have to select T2.micro. T2.micro, it is providing 1 year free service, it is providing. That is 12 months of the service. It provides per month 750 hours. It is providing the service, free service. It gives 1 CPUs, 1 GB memory it is providing. Fine. I'm selecting the instant type is T2.micro. Here also it is showing the details. It provides 1 CPU, 1 GB memory it is providing. Fine. Next, to connect the Ubuntu server, you need to create the key pair. If already existing key pairs are there, you have to select the existing key pair. Now I am creating the key pair. The key pair name I am given as Ubuntu key I am given. Copy this key pair name and paste it here in the notepad. Fine. See friends, here the key pair type RSA I am given because it is providing more security. That's why the key pair type I am selecting as the RSA. Private key file format, PEM file format I am selecting. You may select .ppk also. If you are selecting PEM file format, then you need to convert PEM file format to .ppk file. Fine. If you are selecting private key file format .ppk, no need to convert. Direct, we can connect it using the Putty software. Fine. I'm selecting the private key file format, PEM file format. Click on create key pair. Key pair is downloaded in my downloads option with the name Ubuntu key.pem file. Fine. Then the next step is network settings. Click on edit option. Whatever the default VPC is there, that default VPC ASTs I am selecting. Subnet preference, I am not given any preference. See friends, in Mumbai region, 3 availability zones are there. AP South 1A, AP South 1B, AP South 1C. If I am selecting AP South 1A, my instant is launched in AP South 1A. If I am selecting AP South 1B, my instant will be launched in AP South 1B. If you are selecting AP South 1C, your instant will be launched in AP South 1C. Remember the T2.micro instant which is not available in AP South 1C. That's why while given the subnet preference, you may choose AP South 1A or B. See, the default is no preference is there. I'm not given any subnet preference. Auto-assign public IP, that is enabled. For security group, I am creating the security group is, that is Ubuntu security group I am given. SG is my indication is security group. Copy this security group and I'll paste it here in the notepad. Fine. You launch the Linux server. I'll paste it here in the notepad also. Fine. Fine. Next, here you are launching the Linux server. Inbound security group role. It is providing the type is SSH, protocol is TCP, port range is 22. See friends, here we have to click on security. That is, we have to click on the source type. It is providing my IP address. If I am selecting my IP address, only the Ubuntu server is connected with my IP address only. With my IP address only. My voice is not clarity. Kiran. Now it is clear. Now it is clear. Fine. 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 Now, Kiran, you have to check from your side. Have to check from your side. Okay. For others, or got the clarity. My voice. Fine. Have to select the source type is 3. It is providing. One is my IP address. If I am selecting my IP address, that is Ubuntu server is connected with my IP address only. If I am selecting the custom IP address I am selecting, then I need to enter the IP address. System IP address I need to enter. Then for that particular IP address only, it is connecting the Ubuntu machine, Ubuntu server. If I am selecting anywhere, in any IP address, Ubuntu server is connected. Ubuntu server is connected if you know my AWS credentials. Fine. I am selecting the source type is anywhere. Fine. You are launch the Linux server. You are launching the Ubuntu server. Default, it is providing the storage is 8 GB. Right now, I am not adding any additional volume of disk. Fine. I am not adding any advanced details right now. In upcoming, I have to use the advanced details also. See, at the right side, it is providing the summary details. Click on launch instant. The instant is launched in the Mumbai region. See, friends, successful. I have to click on the instances. See, friends, what is the instant state? Pending. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Once the instant state is running, then I am connecting the Ubuntu server. If you move this scroll bar, it is showing the details. This is the instant name, instant ID, instant state, instant type. While launching the Ubuntu server, I am given the instant type is t2.micro. Status check, it is not providing. Availability zone, I am not given any subnet preference. My instant will be launched in AP South 1B. This is my instant public IPv4 DNS, public IPv4. Elastic IP address I am not using. Security group I am given. Key pair I am given. This is the launch date and time it is providing. See, fine. I am selecting the instant. I copy the public IP address. I'll paste it here in the notepad. This is the public IP address of my Ubuntu server. Similarly, I have to note down the private IP address. I copy the private IP address of the Ubuntu server. I'll paste it here in the notepad. See, friends, while launching the Ubuntu server, what is the key pair type I am selecting? Ubuntu key PEM file format I am selecting. To connect it, that is, I am selecting the key pair type is PEM file format. To connect using putty, that is, you need .ppk file. That's why you need to convert PEM file format to .ppk file format. How you have to convert PEM file format to .ppk file? That is, whenever you are installing the putty software, automatically putty zen is also installed. You have to open the putty zen. Now, using the putty zen, you have to convert PEM file format to .ppk file. Here, don't go for generate option. If you are choosing the generate option, it is taking more time. You have to select the load option. I am selecting my PEM file format. Where my PEM file format is there? In my downloads. Why it is not showing the PEM file format is, here we have to select the file is, all files we have to select it. Then your PEM file it is showing. You have to select your PEM file format. Click on open, click on OK, click on save private key, click on yes. I am given the file name is, Ubuntu key I am given. Right? The extension is .ppk. Click on save option. You have to close this. Now we have to check it in your downloads. That is, it is converted PEM file format to .ppk file. That is putty private key file. It is converted. Fine. Now I am connecting the Ubuntu server using the putty software. Now we have to type it putty. You have to open this one. Now it is asking the host name or the IP address. IP address is nothing but the public IP address you need to enter it. That's why copy the public IP address. I'll paste it here in the notepad. Sorry, in the putty. Fine. Now, here on left side, under the SSH, authentication option is there. Under credentials option is there. Now we have to browse private key file for authentication. I have to click on browse option. Now, where your PPK is there? In my downloads. I have to select your PPK file. Click on open, click on accept. See, friends, just for visibility purpose, I'm changing the settings. Just wait for a few minutes. I'm changing the settings so that the visibility is very clear. 22 I am. Now I'm given login as. What is the login name I am given? Send me in the chat box. Send me in the chat box. Yashwant, what you want to repeat? Yashwant, what you want to repeat?
Sir, repeat one more time this topic, sir.
Which one? That is to convert PEM file format to
Yes, sir. Yes. That one only.
Yes. Okay. Again, you will see that. I have to exit this one. Fine. See that. I have to listen. See, I'm deleting this one. .ppk file I am deleting. Only while launching the instant, I am downloaded the keypad type is PEM file format I am downloading. Now, while connecting using the putty software, you need .ppk file format. Means you need to convert PEM file format to .ppk file format. How we have to convert this using the putty zen. Whenever you are install the putty software in your laptop or in your desktop, automatically the putty zen is installed. Now we have to open the putty zen. See friends, there is load option is there, generate option is there. Don't go for generate option. It is taking longer time. Now we have to select the load option. Where your PEM file is there? In my downloads. My PEM file is not visible. But the reason is you are not selecting file, all files. If you are selecting file is all files, then your PEM file is there. You have to select your PEM file. Click on open. Okay. Click on OK. All the steps which I have mentioned in my class material. Don't worry about that. And then click on save private key. You have to click on yes option. Now I am given the file name is the Ubuntu key and one. Same name and one, but the extension is .ppk. Click on save option. I have to close this one. Now go to the downloads option. Now your PEM file format which is converted to .ppk file format. Means it is converted to putty private key file format. Now we can connect your Ubuntu server using the putty. For that, I have to open putty. I have to open putty. Now, you need to enter host name or the IP address. IP address is nothing but the public IP address. Where the public IP address you got it? In your AWS. That's why I copy and pasted the public IP address of the Ubuntu server. I copy this one here. You need to paste it here in the putty. Fine. Here on left side, SSH option is there. Under AUTH, authentication is there. Under credentials, we have to choose it. Now we have to browse where your PPK file is there. That is, we have to browse private key file for authentication. Click on browse option. Where your PPK file is there? In my downloads. You have to select your PPK file and then click on open. Click on open. Don't worry, all the steps I have mentioned. Now login as. Just wait. I'm changing the appearance so that the visibility got the clarity. I'm given the size is 22. Okay, apply. Now you log in as. What is the login name you are given? What is the login name you are given? SSH is nothing but for the Linux server, we have to give the type is SSH. Have to give the type is SSH. That is, you convert from this is nothing but the normal user, the default it is providing the Ubuntu. Ubuntu is the normal username. For Amazon Linux, the normal username is ec2-user. I'll tell you the Linux comments, just wait. Fine, fine. Now you log in as. That is, see, in earlier session, I launch and connect the Amazon Linux. That is, I am given login as ec2-user I am. Now this time I am launch and connect the Ubuntu server. I have to give the login as Ubuntu you are given. Why I am given the Ubuntu is, say that here you are launch the Ubuntu server. I have to select that instance. Go for connect option. See friends, what is the username is there? Ubuntu. That's the reason here I am typing as Ubuntu. If we are launching Amazon Linux, here the username is ec2-user, it is showing. In this session, I launched the Ubuntu server. That's why it is showing the username is Ubuntu. Fine. My Ubuntu server is connected. If you have doubt, I copy this IP address. I'll paste it here in the notepad. See friends, this is 172.31.6.115. Means these two IP private IP addresses are same. Means I am connecting the Ubuntu server. Ubuntu server. Fine. Now today's session we are going to discuss, that is Linux commands we are going to discuss. See, to know the list of files and directories, to know the list of files and directories, you have to type the command is ls. See that? Is there any list of files and directories are there? No. No. To clear the screen, you have to type the command is clear command. Right? We have to use the command is clear. To know the list of files and directories, you have to type the command is ls. We have to type it. Now I want to create the file by using cat command. For that, we have to write the syntax is cat, this symbol, and I am creating the file name is AWS I am creating. Fine. Now I enter the information. I am typing the information. I am typing the information. I am typing the information. Okay. Here I entered my mobile number also. I entered my mail ID also. This is my personal mail ID I entered. Now, to save this, we have to, from your keyboard, Control plus D. Control plus D. Okay. To save your file, that is AWS file, you have to press in your keyboard Control plus D. Fine. Now we have to type the ls command. The AWS file is there. AWS file is there. Now you want to read the file content, then we have to type it cat space the file name. Whatever the content is there on that file, we can read it by writing the command is cat file name. Cat file name. Now I want to remove the file. If you want to remove the file, then we have to use the, suppose if I am creating, I'll tell you later, if I am creating the empty command, if I am creating the empty file, then we have to use the file name is touch. You may create empty file. I am given the file name is F1. Now we have to type the command ls, AWS file is there, and F1 file name is there. That is the empty file I am created. Using the touch command, you have to create more files also at a time. See, I am creating F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. Now we have to type the ls command. Those many empty files I am created. Those many empty files I am created. Now, if you want to remove the file, you have to type the command is rm, the file name is F1. Now we have to type the ls command, that is F1 file is removed. F1 file is removed. How to remove the file? Rm, the file name. Now we have to type it ls. F2 is removed. How we have to remove the file? Rm file name, right? Rm file name. Fine. If you type the ls command, that F3 is also removed from your normal user. That is the Ubuntu. Fine. Sir, how we have to create the directory? To create the directory, we have to use the command is mkdir directory name we have to specify. Directory name we have to specify. Now I want to create the directory with my name. mkdir directory name I am given as my name I am given. See friends, before I am creating the directory, you have to type it ls command. Only the files are there. Now I am creating the directory by using the command is mkdir the directory name. I am typing it here. Now the directory is created. Now the directory is created. I have to type the ls command. See, the directory can be represented in other color. Files are represented in other colors. Files are represented in white color. The directory is represented here, the blue color it is represented. Now, if you want to check the current path, you have to type the command is pwd, present working directory. See that you are there in this directory. You are there in the current path. /home under Ubuntu. You are in this path. You are in this path. Now we have to change the directory. That is, we have to change the folder. For that, we have to type the command is cd directory name. What is the directory name I am given? My name. Now you are there, your directory. You are there in directory. Now we have to check the current path. To check the current path, we have to type the command is pwd, present working directory. Now see that you are there under home, under Ubuntu, under your directory. If I am typing the pwd in earlier, you are there in Ubuntu. Now you are there under Ubuntu, under your directory, you are there. This is your present working directory. Present working directory. Now, if you want to create file in your created directory, you can create the file. That is using the cat command. We can create your file. You can create the file name is file1 I am given. I am typing it some information. To save this, Control+T, right? Now, if we type this ls command, that is under your directory, you are creating the file name. If you want to create the empty files, we can also create it file2, file3, file4. Now we have to type it in your directory. Those are the files are there. Those are the files are there. Fine. Fine. Now you go to the previous directory. You have to type the command is cd space dot dot. How we have to go to the, how we have to change the directory? cd directory name. cd directory name. You are there in your directory. To go back to the previous directory, you have to type the command is cd space dot dot. We have to type it. Now you go to your previous directory. You go to your previous directory. Sir, I'm saying that to remove the file, that is, you have to type the command is rm the file name I am given. Rm the file name I am given. Now I want to remove the directory. I want to remove the directory. To remove the directory, rmdir the directory name we have to specify. You have to specify your directory name. Now you are there in the normal. Now I want to delete this directory. But the directory name I want to delete it. I want to delete this is the directory. But that we have to type the command is rmdir directory name. What is the directory name? My name I am given. See, it is deleted. It is deleted or not? It is deleted or not? Send me in the chat option. Send me in the chat option. Chat option is enabled. No. What is the reason? What is the reason, Sharma? The directory it is not deleted. What is the reason? The reason is, see friends, that is failed to remove this directory. The directory is not empty. Yes. On that directory, the files are there. It's not empty. That's why this directory is not deleted. See, if you have doubt, you have to go to your directory. You go to your directory, cd directory name. Now you are there, your directory. Now we have to type the ls command. Now the files are there. That's why if you remove the directory, it is not deleting the directory. It is not deleting the directory. Sir, with files, how we have to delete the directory? That is, you know well how we have to remove the file. That is to remove the file rm the file name am. That is the file f2 is deleted. How we have to remove the file rm the file name. Now see, still in my directory, those are the files are there. Those are the files are there. I want to delete the directory with file. How we have to delete a directory with file is rm hyphen or the directory name we have to specify. That is, I am deleted directory with file. rm hyphen or the directory name we have to specify it. See that? Now we have to type the ls command. The directory is deleted. That is, directory can be deleted with files by writing the command is rm space hyphen or the directory name we have to specify. We have to specify. How we have to create the directory? mkdir directory name. Directory is created. See that. If you want to use this directory, you have to type the command is cd directory name. If you want to create one more directory again in this directory, yes, it's also possible. That is mkdir directory name I am creating AWS. See, in this directory, again one more directory is created. If you want to use this directory also, we have to use the command is cd directory name. Now you have to type the pwd. Now you are there in present working directory. Present working directory. See, if you move to the previous directory, we have to use cd space dot dot. How we have to change the directory? Cd directory name. Now you go back to the main directory. You go back to the main directory. Then go back to the main directory. Just we have to type the cd command. Now see that it's direct came to the main directory. It's directly came to the main directory. There is the difference between these two. There's the difference between these two. cd space dot dot. There's the difference. If you use cd space dot dot, you go to the previous directory. If you write the cd command, directly you go to the main directory. Directly you go to the main directory. Fine, fine, fine. Now, here I am typing what is the ls command. Those are the files. To read the content, what is the we have to use it? cd cat file name. That is to read the content. Fine. Now, I want to list information about the files. Long list information about the file. ls-l. They are nothing but file permissions. They are nothing but file permission. What is the file name? AWS. Those are the file permissions are there. Those are the file permissions are there. L stands for the long list. Long list. Fine. I'll tell you just now. Wait. Now, if I am creating the empty file is by using touch command. If I am creating the file name is before dot I am using. What is the file name I am given? Training. Now, if I am typing ls, my file name, it is not visible. The reason is before the file name I am using dot. Dot is representing to create the hidden files. To creating the hidden files, you are using before the file name dot you are using. Dot you are using. How to see the hidden files is just by typing the command is ls space -a we have to type it. See, your hidden file will be there along with system created files are also showing. System created hidden files are showing. System created hidden files are showing. Fine. To clear the screen, what is the command we are using? Clear command we are using. See, those are the files are there. Those are the files are there. Now, I want to create copy of a file. See, what the how to read the content of a file? That is cat filing. This the content is there. That is, I want to create copy of a file. This file I need to copy it to the other file. For that, we have to type the command is cp. The source file name is AWS, and the destination file name I am given as sure. Now we will see the ls command. One more file it is created. What the content is there? Whatever the content is there in the AWS file, the same content will be available in Azure. If you have doubt, how to type it? Cat the file name. Same content which is available. That is, to create copy of a file, we have to type the command is cp source file name and the destination file name we have to specify. Fine. To check the current user, you have to use the command is who am I? Who am I? You are Ubuntu. You are the Ubuntu. Fine. Now, to see the list of files according to the timestamp, now to type the command is ls-lt. It is showing the list of files with timestamps can be represented. Date and time can be represented. Date and time can be represented. That is, to see the list of files according to the timestamp, we are using the command is ls space -lt, we have to use it. ls space -lt, we have to use it. Fine, fine. Now, I'm showing that what is the difference between the dollar symbol and the hash symbol. What is the difference? What is the difference between dollar sign and this symbol? Here, The difference between the dollar sign and the hash symbol is, see friends, this dollar sign, which is representing the normal user, Hash sign, which is representing you are the root user, or you are the administrator user. You are the administrator user, or you are the root user. You are the root user, right? That is a wait, I have to step by step. Whatever the commands which will be useful in the AWS, those basic Linux commands I am explaining, right? You want to command steal, I'm not using those many commands. Whatever the useful commands are there, those will be I have to explain today and tomorrow. Wait. So dollar sign, which is representing normal user. Hash sign is representing administrator user. Administrator user or the root user. Fine. That is the difference. Here it is there dollar sign. Means you are the normal user. What is the user? Ubuntu is the normal user. Now, if you want to switch from one user to another user, you have to write the command is su and the username. Root I am typing. See, it is asking the password. I don't know the password. Just I am launched the Amazon data center from Mumbai region data center. I launch and connect the Ubuntu server. I don't know that. I don't know the password. How we have to overcome that? That is to overcome that. See, just here I'm typing the command is sudo. Sudo is nothing but sudo stands for super user 2. Sudo su the username, that is root. Now see that it will be changing the username. Now you are there in root user. Earlier you are the normal user. Normal user username is Ubuntu. Now you are there in the root user. See the hash sign it is showing. See that before hash sign it is there. That's why I am saying that the dollar which is representing the normal user, hash is representing the administrator user or the root user. Administrator or user or the root user. See, the dollar is representing normal user, hash is representing the root user. How we have to switch to the root user? Sudo su, the username is root we have to enter. Username is root we have to enter. Now we have to type it. Before I am using who am you, it is showing the Ubuntu. Now here I am typing who am I, it is showing the root user. Now, how we have to again switch to the root user? How we have to again switch to the Ubuntu user? For that, you have to type the command is you are there in the root user. From root to the lower level, then no need to enter sudo su. No need to use the sudo. Direct we can use it. From lower to the higher, then it is asking sudo. From higher level to the lower level, no need. Direct we can type it su. The username is Ubuntu. Now it is converted. Whereas from lower to higher, that is from normal user to the root user, then you need to use the sudo command we have to use it. That's we have to remember. Now you are there in the Ubuntu user. Now to get the current date, you have to type the command is date we have to use it. It is showing the current date. To understand the file permissions, you have to type the command is ls-l. They are nothing but this is the AWS file. Those are the file permissions are there. Now I copy the file permissions. I'll paste it here in the file permissions in the node. See how many are there? That is 9 are there. Here the first three, which is representing the owner permission. First 3 is representing the owner permission. Next 3 are representing the group permissions. Last 3 are representing the others permission. So here the first 3 are representing the owner permission. Next 3 are representing the group permission. Last 3 are representing the others permission. See, there are 3 types of permissions are there. 3 types of permissions are, one is a read permission, one is a the read permission. The read permission which is represented as smaller, The read permission allows you to open and read the content of a file. But you cannot do any editing or modification in the file. It is represented by the number is 4. Next, write command. Represent denoted by the letter is W. The write permissions allow you to edit, remove or rename a file. We have to use the permission is write permission. We have to use it. It is represented by the number is 2. Next, one more is execute. Denoted by the letter is X. In Unix type system, you cannot run or execute program unless execute permission is set. It is represented by the number 1. Fine. Changing the file permissions can be done by using chmod. Right? Chmod is nothing but change mode. Changing the file permission using chmod. Chmod is nothing but change mode. See friends, there are two ways we can change the file permissions. We can change permissions of our file. Those are the file permissions are there. We can change permissions of our file. The two ways are there. The two ways we can change the file permissions are, one is absolute mode. We also call it as a numerical mode. Second one is symbolic mode. That's called it as a alphabetical mode. See friends, I have to explain the absolute mode. For then I prepared the class material also. See, all those things I am represented in my class material. Once you register the course, then you got the class recording videos and the class material. Fine. The absolute mode. See friends. Number 0, that is no permission. Description I am represented. Here it is represented as hyphen. That is the no permission. 1, number is representing execute permission. It's represented as hyphen X is represented. Write permission 2. 2 is denoting the number. It's represented as like that, hyphen W hyphen. 3 can be written as 1 plus 2. 1 is execute permission, 2 is write permission. 1 plus 2 is 3. It's referred as hyphen WX. 4 is read permission. 4 is the read permission. It is represented as R hyphen. 5 can be written as 4 plus 1. 4 is read permission. 1 is execute permission. It is referred as R hyphen X. 6 can be denoted as 4 plus 2. 4 read permission. 2 is write permission. It is represented as RW hyphen. 7 all permissions. 7 can be written as 4 plus 2 plus 1. 4 is read permission. 2 is write permission. 1 is execute permission. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. That is 7 can denote as all permissions. How it is represented as RWX. They are the absolute mode. We also call it as a numerical mode. See friends, how we have to change the file mode, how we have to change the file permissions using the CH mode. Now see that those are the file permissions are there. See, I am typing the ls command, ls-l in the AWS file. Those are the file permissions are there. Those are the file permissions are there. See that. Now I want to change the file permissions. One is represent. What does 1 and 3 number in front of Ubuntu after running the command? That is what it is there. what it is there, that is 3. That is, see that here in this directory, wait, in this directory I have to change the directory. Now how many files only there? The 3 can represent that, that is nothing but the directory. The directory indication is nothing but here D is also represented. Before the file permission, D is representing, that is nothing but the directory. It is not represented, it is represented as hyphen. You can understand that that is the file. I don't know what is 1 and what is 3. I don't know that one. Here this is nothing but the size. File size can be represented. The empty files you are created F4, F5, F6. That's why the file size is 0. The AWS, the file size is this one, it is showing. Azure is also same one, right? This is the file size for this directory. This is your created date and time can be represented. Date and time can be represented. Fine, fine. Now I'm changing the file permissions. For this AWS file, those are the permissions are there. For owner has read write permission, group has read write permission, others are having read permissions only. Now I want to change the file permission chmod 764. Now that is chmod 764. 764. I have mentioned the file name is AWS. Now if I am typing this in the putty, what permissions I am given for the AWS? What permissions I am given as owner? What permissions I am given for the group? What permissions I am given for others? Yes. Yes.
Sir, what is the meaning of 64?
What?
You have written 764. 7 means 4 plus 2 plus
That's why
1.
I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying that we can change the file permissions. Just now I am saying that. Here the 7 is denoting what? 7 is denoting what? All. That is, you are given read permission, write permission, execute permission. 7 can be written as 4 plus 2 plus 1. 4 is read, 2 is write, 1 is execute. 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. I am given as 7, 6. 7 is nothing but all permissions I am given. For whom? Owner. I am given all permission for the owner. Next, 6 I am written. That is, 6 is nothing but 4 plus 2. That is, read permission I am given, write permission I am given. For whom I am given the read write permission? That is for the group. 4. That is, in which position I am given? Third position. That is nothing but the execute permission I am given. Sorry, the read permission I am given for others. Read permission I am given for others. Now we will see that. Now we'll see that. That's why I am saying that there are two ways are there. Just now I am saying that there are two ways are there. We can change our file permission. One is absolute mode. Second one is nothing but the symbolic mode. Just I have to explain the absolute mode. The number I am representing, description I am representing, references I am representing. How we can represent that? 4 can be represented as RWX. 6 can be represented as RW hyphen. Yes.
Sir, the number can be get double means like 7 is there here right now.
7
In
is
place
nothing
of
but the
7,
all permissions for the owner. See, here in the file permission, here first 3 is representing what? Owner permission.
okay.
Next 3 is representing what? Group permission. Last 3 is representing what? Others permission I am given. Now I need to change the file permission using the absolute mode. So here the owner, what is the number I am given? 7. 7 means what? All permissions I am given. Read permission I am given, write permission I am given, execute permission I am given. 6, where I am given the 6, that is nothing but the second. Second, which is first 3 are representing the owner, next 3 is representing group permission. The group, what permissions I am given? 6. 6 can be written as what? 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2. So what is 4 plus 2? 4 is nothing but read permission and 2 is nothing but write permission. So for group, I am given as read write permission. Next, last. Last 3 are representing what? Others. What number I am given? 4. 4 is representing what? That is read permission. That is, owner has all permissions I am given, read, write, execute permission. The group has read write permission I am given, and others I am given as the permission, that is only the read permission I am given. If you have doubt, now we have to type ls-l, ls-l, what's it is represented? Yeah, now I will switch to the directory. Now we have to type it ls-l. Now see that I'm not changing that permission. Yes. Just wait. I'm changing the file permission chmod 764. What are the file permissions? AWS, this one, this one. Those are the file permissions. Now I'm changing the file permission 7. The owner has read, write, execute permission. Group has read, write permission, and others I am given only the read permission. I'm changing the file permission. See that I'm writing it here. Now I'm typing ls-l. Now see that it is changing the file permissions. It is changing the file permissions. That is, the owner has read, write, execute permission. The group has read permission, read, write permission. Others has only read permission. Others has only read permission. Now I'm changing one more thing. I'm changing one more thing. I'm change the file permissions. I'm change the file permissions like that for this AWS file. For this AWS file. Now what permissions I am given? Send me in the chat box. I'm writing, I'm changing the file permissions. chmod 777. The file name I am given as AWS. What permissions I am given for the owner? What permissions I am given for group? What permissions I am given as others? Send me in the chat option. Send me in the chat option. Chat option is enabled. Send me in the chat option. Send me in the chat option. Chat option is enabled. Friends, send me in the chat box. See, I'm given the owner has all permissions I am given. Read permission I am given, write permission I am given, execute permission I am given. The group 7 I am representing. 7 is nothing but I am given for the group also read, write, execute permission. Sushil Kumar, yes. And the others also I am given all permissions I am given. Now we have to type the ls-l. Here we have to type it ls-l. See that the file permissions can be changed. That is, the owner has read, write, execute permission. Group has read, write, execute permission. Others also has read, write, execute permission. Now I am changing one more time the file permissions. I am changing one more times. I am changing the file permissions. chmod. The file name I am typing as AWS. Now that is chmod 444. What permissions I am given for owner? What permissions I am given for group? What permissions I am given as others? Yes, Susil, you are saying correct. Only I am given the read permission. Now we will see that ls-l, that is owner I am given as read permission. Group I am given as only read permission. Others are also I am given as only the read permission. Only the read permission. Suppose if I am changing the file permission is like that, chmod 700. The file name I am given as AWS I am given. Now I am typing this one input me. What permissions I am given for the owner? What permissions I am given for the group? What permissions I am given for the others? See, I am typing ls-l. The owner I am given all permission. Read permission I am given. Write permission I am given. Execute permission I am given. The group I am not given any permission. The others are also I am not given any permission. If you have doubt, you will see that. You will see that. You will see that. Yes. Yes, Sushil. Yes. Owner I am given all permission. The group I am not given any permission. Others are also I am not given any permission. Like that, we have to change our file permissions using one is absolute. That's nothing but the numerical. Second one is nothing but the symbolic. Second one is nothing but the symbolic. Second one is nothing but the symbolic mode. See that. Now I can change the file permission also. If I am changing the file permission like that, that is chmod. The file name I am typing as AWS I am typing. See that what permissions I am given for the owner. Read, write permissions. I'm not any permission for the group. I'm not given any permissions for the others. See that for this one, for AWS file, owner I am given read, write permission. The group I am not given any permission. Others are also I am not given any permission. That is one way to change the file permission is absolute mode. We also call it as a numerical mode. Second way to change the file permission is symbolic mode, or we also call it as an alphabetical mode. Now see See that I'm representing the material. Once you register the course, then you got the class recording videos and the material. See the symbol U, symbol Z, symbol O, symbol A is representing the function. Who? U is user or owner. Z is group. O is others. A is all permission. Fine. Now plus and minus, they are nothing but what? Operations. Plus is adding, minus is removing. Next, see friends, or WX, these are nothing but what? File permissions. Functioning I am representing. R is read permission, W is write permission, X is execute permission. The symbolic mode. Symbolic mode. We also call it as an alphabetical mode. U is owner or the user. Z is group. O is others. A is all. Plus is description is representing. Add. Minus is removing. These two are nothing but plus and minus the operation. Or WX, they are nothing but the permissions. Permissions. Read permission, write permission, execute permission. Now see that. Using the symbolic mode, how we have to change them. File permission. That is CH mode. I'm given the example. CH mode U plus X. U is nothing but what? Owner. What permissions I am adding? Execute permission I am adding. X is nothing but what? Execute. Here plus I am representing. Plus is nothing but what? Addition. Addition. That is, you are adding for the user and given the permission is execute permission. For what file you are given permission? See that. Before that, I am typing the file permission for this AWS file. See, those are the file permissions are there. Those are the file permissions are there. Now I want to change the file permission. CH mode. Owner, I am changing the file permission. I am adding the permission is execute permission in the AWS file. In the AWS file by using the absolute mode, by using the symbolic mode. Now see that I am changing the file permission ls-l. Now we have to observe that I am changing the file permission by using alphabetical mode. By using the alphabetical mode. Similarly, if you want to change, if you want to remove, I can also change it. I have to remove the execute permission. I have to remove the execute permission. U minus. Minus is representing subtraction. For whom? User. User is nothing but the owner. I am removing the execute permission. For which file? AWS file. Which file? AWS file. Now I am changing the file permissions. I am typing it here, inputting. Now I am typing ls-l. Now see that the file permissions can be changed. File permissions can be changed. See that file permissions can be changed. Similarly, if multiple permissions I want to give it, how can you give it? Just by separating the comma. Just by separating the comma. See that. That is group I am adding write permission. Others I am adding execute permission. In this AWS file, those are the file permissions are there. Owner has read-write permission. Group has no permission and others has no permission. Now I am changing the file permission. That is, I am adding the permission group has write permission and I am adding the permission for others as execute permission. In the file name is AWS. The file name is AWS. Now I am typing this inputting. Now I am typing ls-l. Now see this. Now see that it is changing or not. It is changing or not. See that. See that. It will be changed. It will be changed. Fine. 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 Now I want to see only the few lines in the file. See, those are the file permissions are there. There are two ways to change the file permissions. One is absolute mode. Second one is, that is nothing but the two ways of the mode is absolute mode. We also call it as numerical mode. Second one is symbolic mode. We also call it as a alphabetical mode. Alphabetical mode. Fine. Fine. Now I want to read only the few lines in the file. See how to read the file. That is by using cat. The file name is AWS. I want to read only the few lines. For that, you have to use the head. The first two lines I read the file. For that, -to AWS. Only in this file, the first two lines it is reading. I want to read the last two lines. Tail -2 AWS Angular. The last two lines in the file only it is showing. Only it is showing. For that head and tail we are using. Sir, I need the pipe symbol also. You can use the pipe symbol also, the combination of head and tail. Suppose if we are using like that, the head -2, file name is AWS, pipe symbol, that is I'm writing as, that is tail of -1, tail of -1. That is in the first two lines. In the first two lines, I need to display only the last line. For that we have to use the pipe symbol. We have to use pipe symbol. We have to use it. Now see, in the first two lines, in the head first two lines, I'll display the last line only. For that we are using the pipe symbol. We are using pipe symbol. We are using this is the pipe command we are using.
Sir,
Pipe
what is meaning of pipe?
Pipe is nothing but in the head information. In the head is nothing but whatever the specified lines in the file, only that is it is displaying the head command. I need in the head the last two lines, then we can use the combination of the pipe symbol. Pipe symbol we can use it. Such type we are using, such type of uses we are using the pipe command. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir, understand.
Fine. Now, if I am typing WC the file name, what it is displayed, word count, the file name I am typing as AWS. See what it is displayed, that is it is displayed number of lines in the file name is AWS. See how many number of lines are there in the file AWS. How many number of lines are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the first it is representing, word count it is representing, WC the file name you are representing. It is showing the number of lines, number of words, 13 words are there, and size 107, and then the file name it is represented. That is the word count. This command will display the number of lines, number of words, and number of bytes, and then the file name, it is displaying the word count, right? So that's about today's session. I am explaining some Linux commands. In tomorrow's session, I have to explain some more Linux commands. I have to explain. This is the last demo session. Okay, those who are registered the course, then only they got the new link from tomorrow onwards. Today I am explaining the basic file commands I am explaining. After completion of your practice, we have to terminate it. Sharma, you got the link. Don't worry. You have to wait it. Tomorrow
Sir,
again.
how we should pay the money? By the online or we can come by offline also?
You can pay your phone pay also. That's already send it to your mail ID. Right? Every day they are send the mail. Right?
Sir, can you share these all slides after the section?
Yes. One that's
Okay.
already shared in the previous batches also. See that like that I am sending. See, just wait. See, one thing you remember after completion of just I am showing, wait. Once you are completing your practice, then we have to terminate all those things. See, where you are terminating is after that I can show you. See, go to the instances. I'm terminating the instant. Select the instant. Go for the instant state. Terminate instant. When you are terminating, then automatically it will be closed. See that. System will be powered off. Fine. The key page and the security group AWS will not be charged. Don't worry about that. Fine. See, in the previous batches, see that they are sending the Google Drive link. Those who are paid students. The previous 830 batch is there. See that those many classes I am taking, around 44 hours I am taken. 44 hours taken. Those are the recording videos. Previous batch. Once you register the course, then you got everyday class recording videos and the class material you got it. See that recording videos point of view, recording videos, DurgaSoft will be taken care. For uploading the material, I am taken care. See that here class notes every day I'm updating. Every day I'm updating. This is today concepts. That is what that Linux commands. That's there. Those are the previous concepts are there. Previous concepts. Pin to pin I have mentioned in my class notes. That is around 84 are there. Out of 84, more than 75 are with hands-on only. 75, more than 75 are with hands-on only. I'm focusing only with hands-on. I'm not focusing the theory, right? That is once you register the course, then you got the class recording videos and the class notes. At the end of the training, then you got it AWS dumps. AWS dumps you got it. And interview questions and answers you got it. And then at the end of the training, you got the screenshot explanation, each and every topic wise. I'm uploaded those many files. On that each and every topic, the screenshots explanations are there, right? Any questions from your side? This is the last demo session. Tomorrow onwards, they are changing the link. Tomorrow onwards, they are changing the link. That is notepad discussion is nothing. Just for our understanding purpose, I copy and paste it in every day on the notepad. On notepad, nothing is there, right? Everything I have mentioned in my class material. Each and every point I have mentioned that. That notepad is for our understanding purpose, and forever, whenever it will be useful, what the name I am given, the instant name, what the KPI name I am given, for that I am noted in the notepad. That's all. There, nothing is there on the notepad. Okay. Any questions regarding today's session? Tomorrow onwards, they are changing the link, friends. Any questions? If no questions, then I'll end the session.
Sir, they have mentioned some Google Pay number. I have, I will do the payment by tomorrow, and so we can able to continue this class, na, sir.
Yes, 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 Yashwant. You have any questions, you have any queries regarding the course and the fee details, and then you can contact, already they are sent it. Yes, you have to contact. Again, I am sending these contact numbers, contact details. See that. Already in the chat box, they are sending. Again, I am sending. Where is this? It's not copied. Yes, wait. Yes, I'll send it in the chat box also. I'll send it in the chat box. Yeah, I'll send it in the chat box. Yes. You can contact those numbers. Yes, you got it. Fine. If no questions, then I'll end the session. Thank you.